Hello, good humans. Welcome to the wonderful world of Journeys and Joys podcast, where we're all about unlocking life's incredible magic. I'm your spirited host, Nyambuzogori, and I'm delighted to be with you here. Thank you guys for tuning in for two weekly episodes that I usually post. And I thank you so much for bringing people to this channel to learn and to be able to ignite the fire inside them to begin this self-awareness journey to be able to know themselves better. And if you're new here, welcome. What we do here is we engage and we help each other to become the best version of ourselves by discovering who we are and discovering why we are the way we are. So if you've just joined us, welcome so much. Welcome on board. This is the podcast for you. If you're looking for self-elevation, becoming the best version of yourself, self-discovery, this is the podcast for you. And if you've been here with us, you know how we do it, and I appreciate you so much. I love you so much. And to our new subscribers, welcome. And if you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe on the subscription box below, and please let us grow and become the best version of ourselves together, And I want to tell you, first of all, I have been off. I have not been posting for the past 2 weeks because I was kind of unwell. I don't know if I had a very terrible flu that got me in bed. I don't know if that flu is everywhere, but I got this terrible flu. And it got me in bed for 2 weeks, but now I'm back and I'm kicking, as you can see, and I look much better and more sexy, just like it should be, And if you're in this, so I'm back, like I never left, and we are continuing from where we left. Okay, so in this podcast, Janice and Joyce podcast, like I've said, we celebrate each other and we celebrate the elevation journey that we take together, because you can never be enough self-aware. You can never be enough self-aware, and every day we discover new things about ourselves. Whatever you think you liked yesterday, you might not like it today. And that is the essence of self-awareness, to embrace who we are becoming and to love on who we are becoming. So on today's episode, I want to tell you, I was able to do my own makeup. I usually do my makeup most of the times, but today I added something new. I tried something new and it looks so amazing. I know you can check out on my Instagram and my Facebook and my TikTok. I'll post the pictures there. But I did my what is this called? My lashes, and I tried to contour my eyeshadow. Now I feel like a professional. Yeah, now I feel like a professional makeup artist, although I'm not. So, guys, I'm so proud of myself. Yes. I'm so proud of myself. And I just checked on TikTok and on YouTube for some tutorials, and I was able. So if you feel like you want to do a face beat on your face, please check on those educative platforms that help you, enhance your looks and enhance how you feel about yourself. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel, and I love you so much, and keep on sharing and telling people about self-awareness. Yes, it's the new cool. It's what cool people are doing nowadays. Yeah, so on today's episode, I want to talk about some of the when we talk about self-awareness, we forget that it is not as easy as you say. It's not a walk in the park like I usually say all the time, and it's not like you just wake up. You can just wait. Yes, you can just wake up and decide to do the self-awareness and self-elevation journey, but you have to have a strategy or a plan in place, and this plan, some people don't even know where to begin. So, and this is one of the things that is affecting most of ladies and most of us ladies, and we know it. And I've been asked by so many ladies, Nyambu, how do you do it? How do you go about it? And I would like to address it. And this issue is about self-esteem. You know, ladies, most of us, I don't know why we lack self-esteem, but you will self-esteem to stand up for yourself and to be your own authentic self, you know. And self-esteem, I'll just tell you the definition of self-esteem, one simple definition of self-esteem according to my sources. And self-esteem is the value and judgment you place on yourself. You know, self-esteem is the judgment you place on yourself and the value of the judgment you place on yourself. So self-esteem is very crucial on matters of self-discovery and self-awareness, because self-esteem makes you do the things that you thought that other people tell you can't do. And self-esteem pushes you, and self-esteem makes you judge yourself less. You know, when you lack self-esteem, you judge yourself more, and hence you judge others. And it's even quoted in the Bible, and I can quote it for you right now, because it says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you can just tell somebody's self-esteem, how somebody's self-esteem is from how they speak, because the way they speak is the way they believe in themselves, they believe about themselves. So it doesn't matter whether somebody is trying to talk ill about something or someone else or whatever it is, but that is how exactly they feel inside their heart about themselves. So when you talk about self-discovery and self-awareness, self-esteem is a crucial, it's a crucial matter. It's a crucial thing that we all need to address when we want to embark on this journey of self-awareness. So self-esteem is not, and by the way, you guys, I want to tell you, self-esteem and self-worth, they might sound the same, and they might have some similarities, but I can assure you self-esteem and self-worth is different. Self-esteem is what you judge yourself and value yourself, but self-worth is how you sell yourself to the world. You know, self-worth is how you tell people who you are. Self-worth is how you tell the world who you are. Exactly, that is how you tell the world who you are, because excuse me. So if you carry yourself with little worth, that is exactly the message you're trying to pass to the world and the people and the environment around you and the people around you. But if you have high self-worth, everybody around you is going to treat you like a valuable person. And for you to get to self-worth, you need to begin from self-esteem. So self-esteem is looking yourself in the mirror and telling yourself you love yourself every time, you appreciate yourself every time, telling yourself you're strong, you're the smartest person in the world. You need to tell yourself this, because growing up we were I don't know if it's everybody, but if you're an African, I can tell you for a fact, you know this phrase that goes, if you're born and brought up in an African home, you'll pay with your mental health, you know. So if you've been brought up in Africa or in an African home or setup, and you had caregivers or parents who brought you in an African way, you know, they don't care about these things, about emotions, and they just care about the physical and whatever it is happening like this. So but they don't care how you affected or how you grow up as an emotional person, or you know, those kind of things. They don't really care about them, you know what I say. But so that makes us grow up with a shaky self-esteem, not unless you had a very supportive childhood growing up, you know what I'm saying. But if you didn't, you know that you've tampered with your self-esteem somehow, or the environment you've been subjected to has dictated the person that you are. And that is what self-awareness and self-discovery is all about. Removing all those things or those realities that the environment you're in is trying to feed you and trying to make you to be, you know, because the person that you are is what other people have been telling you. But self-discovery is really digging deep and knowing, these people tells me I'm like this, am I really this person? You know, that is what self-discovery is. So guys, excuse me, I know I said my flow is gone, but I still have this persistent cough. I don't know I don't know why, but all is good. I have my lubricant here to lubricate my throat whenever I feel like I've talked too much. Okay, so like I was saying, that is what other people have been telling you. Other people have, the world has, or your environment has been feeding you. Oh, you're a lady, you're supposed to have this kind of figure, you're supposed to have this type of weight, you're supposed to be this and this, but that is not who you are. You know yourself. I hear people saying, I know my weight, I know when I feel light, and I know when I feel heavy. You see, so what do you do when you're in that phase, when you want to get to that weight that is just an example, by the way, to that weight that you always say that is your weight. So I was saying, you need to kill that person, or those voices that tell you that this is who you are, and you start telling yourself who you really are. And from there, that is how you start building your self-esteem. And if you don't build your self-esteem, I can tell you for a fact, ladies, it is going to be impossible to begin this self-awareness journey. Do you know why? Because self-esteem is what boosts you, is what speaks to your subconscious mind and speaks to your inner voice. Because self-esteem is what affirms you. So imagine you have a low self-esteem. When you have a low self-esteem, first of all, you're always comparing yourself to other people. Why does Nyambo have that hair and I don't? Why does Nyambo know how to do this and I don't? That is the first poison that you put in your mind, self-comparison. Because we yes, we can all have those things, but is it a healthy competition? Those kind of things. So for self-esteem, another thing that will make you realize that your self-esteem is shaky or is not good, apart from self-comparison, not being able to make decisions, proper decisions, being indecisive. I struggled with this for some time, especially when I was younger, because I used to think other people matter more than I do, and that is wrong. That is doing a disservice to yourself. Those are Pick Misha vibes, and we've been told by the Sprinkle lady, Pick Misha vibes. You're not entertaining the Pick Misha vibes. Being indecisive. Why are you being indecisive? You can't decide which direction to take over your life, or with whatever you want to do. Those are signs of low self-esteem. You see, you're not even consistent with yourself. You can't even stay alone. You're always looking for somewhere to go or someone to be with. My dear sister, that means you're looking for validation, and we said we are not going to look for validation, because when you try to seek validation from other people, first things first, let me tell you guys, the bar of everything changes every single time. So if you try to seek validation from other people, they're going to disappoint you each and every time. Let me give you an example. When you're young, you're told, oh, you need to get good grades and get to a good high school. Then you get good grades and you get to a good high school. When you're in high school, you get told, oh, you need to get good grades to get to a good university. You get to a good university. You see, so they keep changing the level of that post. They keep changing the post. Those people that you're listening to. That is what I'm trying to say. Not when I say they, I mean the environment and the outside world. So when I say they, you automatically know it's the outside world. So they try to tell you. So when you get to university, they tell you after you finish university and you've graduated with first class honors and you're the best student in your year. People start asking you, have you gotten a job? Have you done this? Even nowadays graduates don't get jobs. Nowadays I don't know what. So why were you telling me to work hard in school to begin with, if you knew graduates are not getting jobs? You see, that is what happens. And so that is, when you do that, it results to you having low self-esteem, because you're like, I did everything that was expected of me and now I'm a failure. You see this kind of talks that people have, and that is when you find people are getting depressed, you get anxiety attacks, and you get to feel like you're not enough, and that is very disservice and very disservice to yourself, let me tell you, to your mental health, because eventually maybe you go into drugs, or you'll just be something that you don't want to be. And for you to make to bring service to yourself, ladies and gentlemen who listen to me, it's better to put yourself first. You know, I usually tell you guys, be selfish with yourself. Be selfish. And being selfish is not being selfish like per se, like being a mean person. Being selfish is just knowing who you are and valuing those values, you know. And make sure you have your values, because your values are what are going to put out your worth out there. They're going to determine what your worth out there. You see? Because when you have values, now people are going to be attracted to who you are. Who is attracted to somebody who has no values? If they're attracted to you, it's just for a day. I can assure you that. And I can assure you, so do not allow the outside world to dictate who you are. So work on your self-esteem. And I can assure you, I can tell you something. Your self-esteem is what makes your relationship with everybody else be easy, and because you set your boundaries. You know, when you have self-esteem. When you have self-esteem, the relationship you have with your kids is going to just be good, because your kids feed from your energy. And when you have low self-esteem, they can tell you have low self-esteem. And I can tell you guys, if you're a young mom, or you're trying to be a mom, or you're already an old mom, I can tell you this: kids, they feed off your energy. They feed off your energy. Able try and tell a child to do this, and then you tell a child to drink this water, and then you're drinking maybe juice. Do you know what? The kid won't drink the water. The kid will drink the water if you force them down their throat or you punish them. But they'll want your juice. And you're trying to tell them, no, the juice is not good for you, and you're taking the juice. So kids don't even hear what you're telling them. They don't. So self-esteem is very crucial. That is number one. Your kids, your workplace. You complain, oh, you don't get your salary raise, or you don't do ABCD, or you find you're the one who's being used more at work. All the tasks that your boss can't do, they put it on your desk. Or employ your colleagues, when they can't do a task, they call you and they tell you, oh, there's a meeting on Sato, and I can't make it because of ABCD. Can you do it? And then you say, yes, even Sato. You see, low self-esteem, making your self-worth go down. So ladies, please, let's all work on our self-esteem. How do you work on your self-esteem? I can just give you a few tips that I have used myself, and I can assure you, because most of people who know me, or my friends, they like asking me, oh Nyambu, how comes you have such a high self-esteem? Oh Nyambu, where do you get all the courage from? Oh, you're so courageous. Oh, you're so brave. And I can tell you this, I wasn't like this kitambo. But also, I haven't been a victim in my life either. So it's not like I didn't have self-esteem. I did have self-esteem. I didn't have self-worth. I didn't have boundaries. But after I started working on my self-esteem and working on my self-discovery journey, I came to realize that self-esteem and self-worth, they go hand in hand, and they work together. Literally, they're just twin sisters. They're not even cousins. So this is how I'd suggest, or I'd tell you that it worked for me. And I've seen so many other people telling us it is working for them as well. So I believe it's something that is working literally for everybody who's trying to build on their self-esteem and their self-worth. Affirmation. Words of affirmation. I can tell you for a fact, like I said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So, and also, that is one point I've quoted the Bible. I'll quote another one. Number 2. Your mouth has the power of life and death. I don't feel like a preacher or a priest or a priestess or anything, but I can tell you for a fact what that means. What it means is, the first one I've already explained. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So I want to tell you, you have the power of life and death over your tongue. And that doesn't mean that it is only cursing, or it is cursing anybody to hell, or cursing your children when you are old. It doesn't apply at that time. Oh my God, you've really misquoted. If you thought like me, because me, I used to think it's like that. If that is how you think, you've misquoted. I can tell you, when the Bible says your mouth gives life and death, it gives to you as well. That is why words of affirmation are very crucial to yourself and to your subconscious mind. Because words of affirmation, when you repeat something and you repeat and you repeat and you repeat, it comes to manifest in reality. And that is why when you repeat, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, your situation never changes. When you repeat with your mouth, I'm unworthy of love, I'm unworthy of love, I'm unworthy of love, you'll never receive love. When you always say to yourself, that person is mean, that person is mean, that is my person is mean, that person, you're only going to receive his or her mean side. So this is where the mind tricks come in. And let me tell you, Bible is mystical, is fiction. If you understand what I'm saying. So I can tell you, it says, I am blessed. I'm created under the image and likeness of God. That means you're beautiful. So you should understand. You should read between the lines to make a clear understanding, to know exactly what you're after, because you're after self-discovery, right? And self-transformation and self-elevation. You tell yourself, I am God's child. Nothing can come between me and God. You tell yourself, I am strong every single day. If you skip a day, the only trick is repeating it every single day as many times as possible. That is the only way you can be able to change your mind. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am capable. I am worthy. I am lovable. I'm authentic. I am healing. You see, if you can't master them in your head, and these things are the things that in the Bible they've written them as the fruit of the Holy Spirit. It is in Galatians something. In the Bible they've written it is the fruit of the Holy Spirit. And this fruit of the Holy Spirit, they are things that are inside us. Because in the Bible they say they raise to you. It is written that these are the fruits of the Holy Spirit that we all possess. And those spirits, we don't go find them outside. We don't go and find love out there. We don't go and find those things out there. Those things are just within us, And you have to remind yourself, because your mind has so many things that it processes in a single day. So for it to remember that, I'm this, and for it to be your nature and to be yourself, to be the person that you are, you have to repeat it for yourself every day. And that is how you build your self-esteem. That is how you build your self-esteem. And benefits of building your self-esteem, ladies, benefits of building your self-esteem. You automatically make people that are around you have high self-esteem of themselves as well, because when they see you treating yourself like this, they automatically get that energy. That is how this energy and vibration things work, because it is the frequency that they get. If they are close to you and they see you on frequent occasion, they'll definitely see the changes, because your subconscious mind has already seen those things and has already registered those things as the reality, that I am strong, that I am compassionate, that I'm empathetic, that I'm kind, that I'm Those kind of things. So, and they build your self-esteem, and automatically you start seeing yourself more beautiful, more bold, more courageous. When you're told to speak in public, you can now speak in public. When you're told to do a task, you can be able now to do a task. When you can be able now to have safe and positive boundaries within you, and you can be able to say no to things that are not affecting you positively, you know. So those are the benefits of getting or having high self-esteem, and these benefits, they even make you become more clearer with your life goals. And ladies, I'm so sorry, this today today okay. So, and these things, and self-worth self-worth and when you have self-esteem, you're able to realize and recognize your self-worth. Like I said, self-worth is the ability to recognize your value, that you are more than your ability and decisions, that you matter, have worth, and no matter your flaws or mistakes. You know, when you have self-worth, like I was saying, self-worth is almost the same as self-esteem. Self-worth is knowing, okay, I made this mistake, I'm a human being, nobody is perfect after all, so that doesn't dismiss me. That is what self-worth does to you, and that comes when you already have your self-esteem. Self-worth is realizing I'm more than being a content creator. I'm more than this. I am Nyambu, you know. I like this. I like to do this for fun. I enjoy this kind of music. I enjoy this kind of company. I enjoy this kind of conversations, you know. I enjoy this kind of people. I'm not too, you know, that is what self-worth. When you have self-worth, you know your value. You know what you're bringing to the table. And when you don't have self-esteem, it is going to be a little difficult, or it is not even going to be a little difficult. It is going to be very difficult to know your worth, because you always see yourself in with other people's eyes or other people's specs, and that is a disservice you're doing to yourself and disservice you're doing to those around you. And eventually, people are going to dictate who you are. People are going to dictate how you to handle you. What is your value? And you're going to wonder every time why the repeated cycles. Why you receive repeated cycles year in year out in your life. So it doesn't. So what you have to do is kill the critic in your head. Kill that voice in your head that usually tells you, kill it. Literally kill it. When you try to tell you, when you are trying to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful, and then the critic in your head starts saying, "Are you sure you've applied that lipstick well?" Kill it and tell it, "Yes, this is how I love it." Who are you comparing yourself to other people? No, you're not. As long as you know you look beautiful, why do you see the need to compare? So kill that voice in your head that is telling you you're not enough. Kill that voice in your head that is telling you you're not qualified. Kill that voice in your head that is telling you you don't amount to anything, because that's a lie. I can tell you, ladies, that's a lie. Kill that voice in your head that is telling you, I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. And if you try to procrastinate things by the day, you'll never amount to anything, because that procrastination is what is making you stagnate. You see? So, and that procrastination, do you know what it's brought about with? Allowing that voice to tell you what to do and what not to do. If it's your intuition sometimes it's good. Your intuition is always good, because it's directing you to your that is like your subconscious mind trying to guide you. Your intuition. But when you say that your intuition cannot tell you that you're stupid, or you're not beautiful, you know, or you're not enough. Your intuition can't tell you that. Your intuition just tries to guide you from doing certain things in your life. Okay, so that voice that is trying to tell you you can't go to the gym, or you go to the gym every time and you don't get the desired results, or you've been trying to work on yourself and it's not happening, that is your inner critic, and you have to, that is that person in your childhood. You know, when you hear that voice, remember that person in your childhood was telling you You need to do better. You need to do this better. That teacher, mwalimu, like the slang mwalimu wa math. You know, mwalimu wa math used to harass us literally. So that critic, you should kill it the way you killed that voice of your math teacher. You should kill that critic in your the voice in your head that is trying to lower your self-esteem, that is trying to tell you that you don't matter, that their story is not relevant. Everybody is unique in their own way. And that is why this podcast is here. Because in this podcast, I've even told you in the description that everybody is unique in their way of being. You can't be yes, we can be the same with some things, but what you do, nobody else can do it. Okay? So don't sell yourself short. If selling yourself short is as a result of low self-esteem, when you find yourself saying, that she comes from a good background. Oh, she's been helped by her sponsor. Oh, she's just lucky. Oh, she's just ABCD. My goodness. Woe unto you. Because you'll be stagnating and be repeating the same cycle day in, day out, year in, year out, and you'll be wondering. So work on your self-esteem, ladies. Work on your self-esteem. Pray for yourself. Pray for yourself as much as you can. Please have have a relationship with your creator or with your higher self. Just have a relationship with whatever being that with your supernatural being. It doesn't matter what you call it or who you think it is. Just have a relationship with that supernatural being, because only then you'll be able to elevate and become the best version of yourself. Never stop praying for yourself, and write affirmations everywhere you go, on your phone, on the notes on your phone. Write affirmations on your screen. If you have in my phone there's a screen. On my screen there's a bar where you can write whatever you want, your notes for the day. If you have anything like that, write it down. If you have a journal every time affirming yourself. Don't even write about the negatives. I told you, you have to assume that you're delusional, and not like literally delusional. You have to assume like literally this is who you are, and that is exactly who you are. It's not being delusional, like I've told you. That is exactly who you are. Like I've told you when I began the episode, I told you this is my first day on set with my eyes colored. And I feel so proud of myself. I do my face beat. I did it. And I'm confident enough to say I've tried today for the first time, and I'm confident enough to come on set with it. If I wasn't confident enough, I would have said, this one, I'll try to be better. Yes, of course, I'm leaving room for improvement and being better. But that doesn't mean whatever I've done is wrong. It's not wrong. It's not wrong because I look so pretty. I look so beautiful. I get your comments all the time. You guys telling me how beautiful I look and how much you love me. And I can assure you, I love you guys so much. And that is why I have this podcast. Because I want you to love yourself as much as you love everybody else. And stop putting yourself last. Put yourself first. Work on yourself. Work on yourself, ladies. Work on your self-esteem. Because that is something, by the way, that is something that nobody can ever take away from you. And as a woman working on yourself, it's so motivating, and it's so empowering and so fulfilling. I can tell you that. Feed your mind with positivity. Feed your mind with positive things. Feed your mind with only positive. When you come across anything negative, just shut your ears and shut your eyes and shut your head, your mind from picking anything from that situation. Just concentrate on the positive. That is how the positive outcome will come about. Okay, so let's all work on our self-esteem and our self-worth and our self-values, because only then we can be able to discover ourselves better and be able to become the best version of ourselves. Okay, ladies. So this week's episode is It's about self-esteem and self-worth and having value of yourself, not of others, and killing the voice and the critic that is trying to pull us down, and the voice that is trying to just lie to us that we are to be who we are not. Okay, so work on your self-esteem, work on your affirmations, work on your positive mindset, and together we can elevate as we are women of value and high value, women of high value. Okay, so work on that, work on your self-esteem and your self-worth, and make sure you're praying for yourself, like hard, go hard, go hard at it, go hard at it. Your higher self and your higher being will never disappoint you. I am a testimony, and I know so many, and I know so many other testimonies out there. So you can just see for yourself. Okay? So work on your self-esteem this weekend. I'll see you next week when your self-esteem is already not a question of your self-elevation journey. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your time, and I love you so much, guys. So take care of yourself. Bye bye. See you next week.